Guess what? I'm pregnant with baby number 5. Aside of like material stuff, I think that I still need to work on my responses to stupidity, because people are stupid. And so I'm on my other platforms and people will come over there being stupid. Like I posted a picture of Dion making like a funny face, and I was like, hey, feel free to, use Dion as a meme, because it was like, I thought that was so funny. And the way he was standing with his little stuffed dog or whatever, he likes stuffed animals. And somebody felt the need to come over there and leave a comment talking about, it's so sad that you don't know who his father is. Now listen, we've already been through this several times. I don't know why people feel like they're like a credible source, especially when you've never talked to me a day in your life. You talk to people that may have been attached to me, but they half the time don't even know who their kids' fathers are. So it just, then I clicked on the person's like profile and they have a complete different name for what they comment on YouTube. But see, they can't comment on YouTube because I've blocked them. And that's another thing. Learn to be the block queen and king, because just because somebody else's energy is negative, like, you don't have to reciprocate their energy. And that's another thing that I'm learning, is to not match people's energy. Oh, you mad? Well, I'm gonna laugh at you being mad. Okay, I'm not gonna be mad just because you're mad. But I'm like, this little dirty. So guess what? I didn't at first. I was gonna respond, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just block you, because it lets the fact that you went out of your way to disguise yourself by making up a different name, it means that you're really in love with me. Anybody that picks with me from this day forward, or call themselves bullying me or cyberbullying me, or want to dig so deep into where I live, you're psycho and you're sick and you're in love with me. You're obsessed with me. Like Mariah Carey said, why are you so obsessed with me? And I'm like, first of all, there's a whole court order that both of my kids belong to who they belong to. So you mean to tell me that you're a more credible source than a court document, a government stamped, notified court document? And clearly the person is a nobody. But it's the fact that they really felt like leaving that comment that people was actually going to believe what they said, and everybody ignored her comment. She didn't get a like, nothing. Didn't even get a response from me. And you got blocked. So now you have to go out of your way to go make another troll account to comment. And the thing about it is, troll accounts are stupid. You would think that they would do better at disguising themselves, especially because obviously they're trying to see something. And the only conclusion that I could come up with is maybe they're trying to see if I really made it. Because why else would you constantly want to watch somebody who you feel has nothing, who you feel that you have more than, who you feel is nothing but a baby mama? And that's why I said, pay attention to people's actions versus their words. People will show with their actions they upset, they mad, they jealous, they angry, but then out of their mouths they feel like, oh, I could say completely opposite. I'm not mad, I'm not jealous, I'm not hateful, I'm not angry. But that's a way to distract you and manipulate you. So people think we're stupid. They really think that we can believe their mouth over their actions. Like, you gotta be smarter. But yeah, like little stuff like that, I feel like I know it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things about me that is true, but then there's a lot of things about me that has been said about me, especially on this platform, that is absolutely not true. So this person said, even though I know the job of a mother never stopped, but is the non-custodials helping? So let me tell y'all something. So obviously y'all know that Dion and Ison's father get them, but I'm pretty sure I don't even like even acknowledging his existence. But y'all already know the answer to that. If you follow me on all my platforms, y'all know I always have baby Drake. And y'all know, like I always say, nobody is blocked from anything at all. Nobody has contacted me. And this is the thing, just be careful who you have kids by. And you know what? I actually love it like this, by the way. It's peaceful. Like, I don't have to be reminded of like certain things that I'm just disgusted by. So we're gonna touch bases on this and and move on from this, like, real quick. My child will be successful with or without, because I'm his mother. And he's 2 years old, but he's very, very smart. He may not be able to comprehend, like, what's going on right now, but he's going to grow up and he's going to make me proud. And the type of woman that I am and the type of mother that I am, whenever my child soars to the highest, I mean to the highest mountains, if anybody decides to come around then, I will have my son trained to not be gullible, to make wise decisions, make wise choices, and the decisions, I will also be teaching him that the decisions that we make using our heart instead of our brain, because sometimes our heart can lead us astray, could cause us more pain than we could have ever imagined. And I will constantly remind him that it's definitely not your fault. It's mama's fault, because mama wasn't using her brain. She was using her heart. So I'm going to teach you to have a heart, but I'm going to teach you to use your brain first over your heart. Now let's move on. Okay. The whole police situation that happened, did that possibly mess up any future career opportunities? Absolutely not. Like I said, if you follow me on my platforms, you'll be able to read between the lines. But I would never mix what I have going on in my personal life with YouTube ever again, because people on this, the subscribe, some of my, I wouldn't say subscribers, but some of the people that are on this platform have felt like I've done something personally to them, even though I've never met them a day in my life. And even though, like, I'm separating my personal life from social media, the people in my personal life, any type of careers, any type of jobs I may be working on, they very well know about my social media life. And that's because I try to prevent things before it happened. I know that eventually you guys will see more from me, because obviously the more money you make, the better you look and all that. And people are going to start digging anyway. So we already, in my personal life, like, we're already ahead, 2 steps ahead. So anything that the enemy try to do is just not going to work. And the enemy be like, when I say working, like overtime for free, like not even getting paid to like try to take me down, and still standing. And that's because when you have favor, I'm not perfect, but God knows my heart. So God see what's within, and everybody else see what's on the surface. So completely differently misunderstood, because only God knows that my intentions have always been well. My intentions have always been genuine. And if you didn't recognize that, if you was a part of my life and you didn't recognize that because you were so focused on my flaws or whatever, there's somebody out there that's going to appreciate it. And there's somebody out there that's going to love me unconditionally, flaws and all. And the flaws that I have, they're going to help me work through them and work on them. They're going to help me grow. So yeah, so like I said, anything that I have going on in my personal life, social media won't know. But the people in my personal life that's supposed to know about social media does know. And it's called being 10 steps ahead. Because that's one thing that this platform have taught me. Like, I've definitely have crossed my T's and dotted my I's, okay? And any first signs of anything, like, I always act accordingly. But it just taught me how to move. Like, I won't be showing every single thing in my home anymore, because some reason people are so fixated on wanting to know where I live. Like, I had somebody email me saying they was gonna move into my old place. Okay, have fun. I don't live there. Like, they act like I'm some type of Beyonce where it would be honored to live in a house behind me. Like, you're not gonna get any old mail of mine, because I never have my mail going to my homes. I have a whole P.O. box. So I was confused. But how you come up with kid names? Okay, so over there, I actually said Baby Drake's like real name. I don't think nobody caught it though. That's what's so funny. But Camden named his father, actually named him. I just spelled it differently. Dion, y'all know that he was named after his deceased older brother. And was he the oldest? I think he was the oldest. And then Baby Drake. I don't know how I came up with his actual first name, but like his nickname, which he has several nicknames, but the one that you guys know, Baby Drake. And Baby Drake is not a junior at all, y'all. That was just when it was time to be petty, I was being petty, okay? I don't really feel the need to call him by his actual first name. Now, off of like camera, like I always call him by his first name. Sometimes I still call him Baby Drake, but it's just like a habit now of me calling him Baby Drake. He's in the intro on the Country Kids Playhouse channel as Baby Drake. A lot of people know him as Baby Drake. So anybody that be leaving comments over there asking me, am I gonna start calling him by his real name? Y'all got so many Peanuts and Pookies and Day Days. Like, are y'all asking their mamas why they not calling them by their real name? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people just do stuff to irritate you, and that's because people want to know everything, and that's why people be attaching themselves they will attach themselves to you because they just have to know. And then whenever, like, when you've been an open book like me, and you're always like supplying people your business, supplying people your information, when you get silent and you cut people off, they start like they have to know. Like, if they don't know, like it burns their asshole if they don't know. And that's why whenever I do leave social media, all of these speculations start popping up. Oh, she's probably back with this person. And it's more so just a trick to like get you to come back whenever you decide to take a break, so that they can see, like, oh, they can see a background. Oh, she done moved into a new place. Oh, she driving this. Because people just have to know. Like, they just have to know. And they just have to be in your business. Like, they just have to have something to talk about. Imagine getting on the phone like every day, all day, talking about Luvd by Erica and picking apart a wig or a diaper underneath the couch or whatever stuff that people have been saying in the past, and all of a sudden I go missing. It's like, dang, my life revolved so much around her life that now she's not giving me access to her life, so now I gotta go actually find my life that I'm never gonna find because I'm still trying to find her life. And it's just weird. Why are people so annoying? Child, I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, I would listen, I love God, but listen, God, your kids be getting on my nerves. Like, oh my goodness. Like, people will irk you, especially when you are like deemed a public figure or a social media influencer. People feel like, so you're the one that's creating the content, right? You're the one that's filming, that's editing, that's tagging, that's putting ads in, that's paying for thumbnails, making your own thumbnails, giving like your all to social media, right? But the audience is watching. And yes, if the audience don't watch, you don't get paid. But for some reason, the YouTube platform, the audience feel like if it wasn't for them, that you wouldn't have money because they're the ones that's actually watching your content. That's a funny way to think of it, but that's absolutely false, because if I wasn't providing you guys content, or if any of these other content creators wasn't providing you guys content, then y'all wouldn't have nothing to watch. It's just like you go to a party. The music makes the party. You can have food, you can have a large crowd, but then it gets boring. Or if you have music and the music is trash, people gonna eat and leave, so, because they're bored. So when you become a content creator, like, people feel like you owe them something. Like, you owe me, you need to tell me your business. You need to tell me what you did from the time you woke up to the time you laid down, because you wouldn't have nothing if I wasn't watching you. But that's absolutely false. In a grocery store, yes, we're buying the groceries, okay? They're providing us the groceries or whatever, but we can't say, oh, if it wasn't for our customer service, you wouldn't have business. Because they can turn around and say, hey, well, if it wasn't for my business, you wouldn't be a customer. Do Cam like football or basketball? He likes both, but I think he likes football better. Do you want to be my sister wife? Oh, so that was funny. So a girl that I'm actually friends with, I can't think of her name right now, so early in the morning, but she asked me that I want to be her sister wife. And I was like, what the heck is a sister wife? And when she said pretty much like polygamy, I was like, absolutely not. Like, I cannot date a woman. Women are annoying. It's some beautiful women out here. Definitely not attracted to women at all. If I see a woman with a nice body, hey, you got a nice body, like your hair, you're beautiful. Absolutely not. You will never catch me with a female unless we're like out and about. But like, I'm being so like conservative right now and reserved that you're not gonna catch me out with nobody anyway. If you can tell me as a 32-year-old mother any advice about life, what would you say? Life be lifing. But life is gonna happen. Like, nobody is exempt from life. I can't help but to reference the P. Diddy situation, but people that be on top that do bad, and this is the thing. When they say you get blessed by God, it's forever. When you are blessed by the devil, it's temporary. And it may feel like it's forever because P. Diddy is what, 54 years old, 55, somewhere in there. Just had a fresh newborn, a baby, and I think the baby like 1 or 2 now. The man felt like he was unstoppable. The people around him felt like he was unstoppable. The people around him felt like, so far it seemed like he was like more powerful than Jay-Z. And we all know that Jay-Z is a powerful man. We all know that Beyonce is a powerful woman. So them two together is like crazy. But it just seems like P. Diddy was running the whole music industry. Life is gonna do what it's gonna do. Especially if you guys chosen one. You're gonna make plans to do this and it's gonna fail. And like, it's always gonna be, you're gonna move further, get knocked 10 steps back, move 10 steps further, get knocked 50 steps back. Like, it's always gonna be an up and down roller coaster. So hey, congratulations, you just found out that you're a chosen one. If your life has been up, down, and all you try to do is do right by people, and you just trying to figure out why people have done you wrong and done you dirty, and nothing seems to work out for you, and everybody else have a life that's easy. Anybody that have had a easy life, well, newsflash. Like I said, the devil be blessing people too. But when the devil blesses you, it's temporary. It may feel like it's eternally or forever, but it's not. When God blesses you, like, it's forever. Okay? So don't get too wrapped up about things that don't go right in your life or bad decisions that you've made. Everybody is going through something. There's not a single person on this earth right now that's not going through anything. And the more money you have, the bigger the problems, the bigger demons that try to attach themselves to you. And they come in weird shapes, forms, all of that. So just be mindful, okay? And always listen to your intuition, which is like discernment or whatever. And use wisdom, because a lot of the situations that I ended up in that turned out to be so bad, initially I got this feeling in my stomach. And I knew that I was making the wrong decision. But something kept telling me, like, maybe you tripping, maybe you tripping. But trust yourself more. And that's one of the things that I'm telling myself, that if I would have trusted myself, my eyes, my gut feeling that something was off, maybe I wouldn't have been a single mother of 4. But hey, I don't have any regrets. This is a part of my story, and obviously God wanted it to be a part of my story because he opens and closes the womb. You can have sex all day long with somebody without protection and never get pregnant, because he does open and closes the womb. I've heard people get pregnant on birth control. I've heard people get pregnant with their tubes tied because the tubes came undone. Don't beat yourself up. You said as a mother, so don't beat yourself up. Things is not always gonna go as planned. Kids will get on your nerves. Kids will make you want to have 4 or 5 drinks, but you have to have self-control. Don't drink around your kids, okay? But you gotta have a level of self-control, a level of understanding. Keep reminding yourself that at certain ages, kids don't know. Like my kids, my younger babies, Dion and baby Drake, they will walk in the cabinet and they will walk and eat chips all day long if I let them. Create those boundaries with your kids? Absolutely not. You already had 1 bag of chips today, no more. You already had 2 bags of chips. You had 1 this morning, so you can get 1 before you go to bed as a snack. You know, like little bitty stuff like that. But don't let this world beat you down because your kids is watching. Last but not least, How does Cam feel about being the oldest plus not the only kid anymore? I don't think it's bothering Cam right now because he actually wanted a sister when I was pregnant with Dion. But when I found out I was pregnant again the second time, he told me he wanted a sister. And then I think he got tired of seeing all the boys. And so he does really good with them. So on my other platform, yo, somebody tried to be funny. So I was like in the kitchen on live, and baby Drake went to Cam's room and was basically pulling on him to get something out of the cabinet. So he was not pulling on me to get anything out of the cabinet. And we are teaching him certain skills and listening skills and pointing and all of that.